Hello, I'm Ken Fobb, and this is NewsNet, Baton Rouge. Grab yourself a tea or coffee as I go over with you headlines and news from our local area and region. The chief of the Baton Rouge Police Department says he's optimistic when it comes to recruiting new officers this year and into the future for his department. After just over 1 year as the head of the department, Chief Murphy Paul says his focus has been laser-like when it comes to making improvements in his department. He says while they are tackling crime in the capital city as the top priority, he's also trying to change the culture by building positive relationships between his department, its officers, and the Baton Rouge community. A new crop of police officer recruits will begin their 22 weeks of intense training that is required to become a Baton Rouge police officer. Chief Paul says this new recruiting class is coming into the department at a time when it faces a great shortage in manpower. For instance, there are over 70 vacancies that need to be filled, but he is insisting that the training be focused on quality and not just quantity. Chief Paul says he and his staff are working diligently to reshape their entire recruiting process, and they plan to implement a new training approach, concept, and process called procedural justice. Their goal is to recruit and then train quality officers who exemplify an unwavering desire and commitment to serve the people of Baton Rouge in a fair and respectful manner. He feels that the public's perception of his agency has never been more important. Therefore, he intends also to introduce a revised advertising strategy for the City of Baton Rouge Police Department so that more quality prospective officers will be attracted to serve. They also hope to attract and train for service another class of cadets before the end of this year. On Thursday past, a Zachary, Louisiana man was booked into parish prison and charged for being in possession of child pornography. Brian Norman, a 29-year-old of 20831 Watson Drive in Zachary, was arrested after the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children alerted the Louisiana Attorney General's office that Mr. Norman had been uploading pornographic photos and videos of children to a Google Drive. Thereafter, an investigator with the AG's Cybercrime Unit traced email addresses and other information back to Mr. Norman. Investigators say when they confronted him, he handed over his cell phone, after which they discovered approximately 200 pornographic images of children on his device, and he was booked and charged with 200 counts of possession of pornography involving children under the age of 13. He will be prosecuted. A company named Praxair Incorporated says it intends to build a new hydrogen plant nearby after it recently signed a long-term supply contract with a major refinery in our area. Now, Praxair is an industrial gas company which is a subsidiary of an Irish chemical giant by the name of Linde plc. Praxair says its new plant will start up in 2021, and it will be one of the largest hydrogen production units located in the United States. Hydrogen is used by petroleum refiners to produce transportation fuels such as gasoline and diesel, and it is used by companies to make specialty chemicals as well. Praxair recently started a new carbon monoxide unit at its manufacturing site in Geismar, Louisiana, but at the moment, it is not clear where this new plant will actually be located. However, it will be located somewhere along the Mississippi River Corridor hydrogen pipeline system. A replica of the ship sailed by Christopher Columbus is docked near the USS Kidd in downtown Baton Rouge. Yes, a replica of that tall ship that Christopher Columbus sailed on when he first arrived in America over 500 years ago. The Santa Maria is currently docked in Baton Rouge alongside our USS Kidd until tomorrow, March the 5th. This replica was built over a 14-month period in Spain. It first launched from Spain on March the 16th of 2018 and is docked here on the Mississippi River as part of its first tour in the United States. It weighs about 200 tons, and just like the original, it has 3 masts and a bowsprit. So go see it and tour it while it is here with us. These have been headlines and news from our local area and region. I'm yours truly, Ken Fobb. I'll see you next time right here on NewsNet, Baton Rouge.